Well, presumably we're live. Oops. I just want to collapse this. Oh, there we go. Seems to be live there. Okay. Lovely. Let's minimize this and adjust the volume a little bit. Okay. So I've got a Rails app here for tracking 30 days of whatever projects. And let's take a look. So I'd like to add Magic Link sign into this app. And I've already sketched out some tests for that. And then I thought it would be fun to switch on the stream and push it a little bit further. So I've got, what I'm imagining is there'll be a controller called the Magic Links controller that will get hit when a user requests a magic link, and it will generate a magic link. It'll send an email to the person with the magic link, and then it'll redirect them to the root of the app with an alert message that lets them know that they've been emailed a magic link. And so these are the sets of tests for when we recognize the user email. We have a very similar set for when we don't recognize the email. So the differences here is that we won't generate a link, we won't send them an email. But in order to not, give the user a sense of, imagining a malicious person coming in and trying to figure out what emails are and aren't signed up, so we don't want to give them any indication of that, so we'll just redirect them to the root and give the sort of standard alert message there. So I went ahead and I ran these tests over here, and this is exactly where I like to start with these sorts of things. I get a failure that says uninitialized constant magic links controller, and that's great because I haven't set up a magic links controller yet. I just started with the test, so we'll so we will create that magic links controller.ruby. Will inherit from application controller like everything else for now. And well, even if we don't create that action yet, we can already see we'll get a different error message in our test here. Yeah, so now it can actually proceed to running the individual specs, and we see no route matches create. And that's fine, and what it's actually telling us there is we're missing a route, so this is some stuff I was messing around with. I don't actually need that anymore. But yeah, let's create that route. So we'll say, I guess, resources, magic, links only, and we'll just do create for now. If we run that again, I would expect a slightly different error. Yeah, the action create could not be found for Magic Links controller. So that's handy. If I jump back to the controller, then I can create the create. And we can see our error getting raised now. Awesome. So our tests are reaching here. That's super helpful. Yeah, so I guess first thing is we need to extract the email that's being passed in. So I'm gonna do a create params. Well, that's probably overkill here. I can just manually pull it out. Requested user email gets params email, and we say if user.find by email so if we find a user, then we'll generate a magic link. We will send an email with that magic link, and then we'll redirect to root. Else we just won't do any of that, except we always want to redirect. So we'll bring that out here. And that'll be easy enough. Redirect to root path. Oops. And then set alert, something like that. Or maybe I need to set that on the flash alert. We'll let the test tell us that. So we'll run these again and see what happens. Great, undefined local variable, set flash. What about the other ones? User mailer does not implement send magic link. That's helpful. And then lastly, undefined method magic links for user. Okay. So I've got a couple sort of paths to follow here. I think the sort of easiest one to deal with is maybe this test issue here, set flash. So seems like maybe I need some sort of gem for that. RSpec set flash, let's see. RSpec 3. Oh, that's a shoulda matcher, okay. Maybe I don't need to install a gem for this. Test Rails flash message controller. Yeah, this looks like a nice blog post on the subject. Subject request flash. Okay, so the subject is the controller, so I should just be able to pull it off of that. Do I have access to the request itself? Oh, the subject is going to be the response, perhaps? I guess I would like to jump back here, specifically run this test on line 25. I'm going to pry in and just get a sense of what I'm looking at. So response, yeah, response dot request, is that? Flash. Okay, so that's where those are located. Or it can just, just flash on its own is available. Okay. So flash alert, that's going to be nil, but we expect it to be something. Okay. So expect flash alert to equal something like that. Actually, I'm going to copy that value as part of this. Okay. And am I setting that right? Yeah, flash dot now. I feel like there's a way to do it inline in the redirect, so this is maybe a little more up to date. Yeah, notice. Okay. That makes sense. That's kind of what I was expecting. So I'll pull that up here and say alert. Okay. There, I got the syntax highlighting going, and yeah, if I pop out of here and I get rid of the pry, curious what the tests look like now. I expect that one to pass, great. And then what about the others? Right, alright, so that one's good. And then undefined method magic links, and that's because we haven't created a magic links model yet. So we're gonna need to do that. And we're gonna need a backing database table for it. So yeah, let's start with the, so let's just run that first one. Okay. And then at models, magic link. Application record. Okay. Great. So I guess what I'm trying to think through here is what all I want on the table. So we're gonna have a Postgres table called magic links. It's gonna have a user ID, which is gonna be a UUID. It's gonna have, yeah, I mean, I guess timestamps. Created at and updated at. And I mean, we're probably gonna want to expire these things, so expires at the timestamp, and oh yeah, I guess like the token, which is gonna be a UUID, something that we can randomly generate and nobody can guess. That's the thing that can be included in the magic link URL. I think that should do it. So let's split open a migration and yeah, add magic links table. And we're going to call this 6.1. So we're going to create table, magic links, ID, UUID, and that's it for that. Timestamps. Let's jump back here and okay, expires at let's see, I'm not sure if I can give it timestamp TZ like that. We'll figure that out in a minute though. So So I'm looking for, I need a reference. Oh, I'm going to use a T dot like references for this, and I'm pretty sure I've already done this, so I just want to take a look at, yeah, add projects. Okay. T dot references. Yeah, references user, index, foreign key, type UUID. I was trying to use a string here, but I was able to check that need a symbol there. This should never be null. And yeah, I guess the default is, no, we don't have a default. We're going to specify that. And then, yeah, T dot UUID token null false, and the default can be gen random UUID, which is built into Postgres 13, which I'm using here. Okay. So we have our UUID as the primary key. We're referencing the foreign key of the user table. Our tokener expires at, and then the rest of our timestamps. And I kind of think I'm going to yell that for line 6, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, timestamp is fine. Okay, great. That migrated. I know what it's called. Oh, database. There we go. So /d magic links. Yeah, this is all looking pretty good. Okay. So jump back over here, and with that in place, I'm gonna jump back over to the magic link model. It's not showing up because it's not under. Okay. Let's start here. Has many magic links. And then if I jump back to the magic link model, oh, it wasn't showing up because I hadn't saved it yet. Okay. So say belongs to user. I don't think there's anything else we need to know about it at this point. Let's run this test again. Should at least have heard of magic links at this point. Oh, that's great. So it's definitely heard of it. It's getting to this line where we're expecting the count to increment, and it did not increment. And that makes all the sense in the world because we haven't done that step yet. So yeah, let's jump back to our controller. And generate a magic link. Expires at, I don't know, 5 minutes from now. Is that? Let me make sure that that's syntax. Yep. Okay, that's great. So in 5 minutes, let's expire this thing. I don't have to send an email, but I think that right there is enough to pass this one test. Let's pry in there and see what happened. Okay, I think it's raising an error. That's interesting. I think that's more like it. Oh, it's still just flying right past. Am I not doing rescue from right? Rescue from with, rescue from do. Wants a string. Okay. Is that really going to make a difference? No. So is that not raising an error? Because it sure seems like it must be. Oh yeah, these aren't even declaring them strings. Or up here either. Okay. That's odd. Well, let's just come in here and trigger it ourselves and see what happens. Oh. I don't think we have a user. Well, we should have a user though. So we create one here. Pull out this variable, just assuring myself that I'm not mistyping it. Oh yeah, I did mistype it. Gmail, email. Change by 1. And so if we jump back, it's not hitting our pry. We're not finding. I wonder if we're having issues pulling the params out. Let's take a look. See what is even coming in as params. What is params email? Oh, we don't have a user. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is failing to create a user. That would be interesting. User.create email. Yeah, ID is null, so it didn't create it. Let's see what the errors are. Password can't be blank, sure. My bad. So, password. And I think I'm gonna need password confirm as well. Let's try it out over here to see. Oh, that did it. Okay. Great. Exit out. Exit out. Here. Password. Great. Gonna get rid of these pries, and I think we'll get a little further this time. Okay. Lovely, that passes. I think we should just have one failing test at this point. Yeah, user mailer is not implemented. And then would actually like to fill these out. So come through verbatim and just say 0. I guess we need an unknown email. Hit undo. Unknown email. Okay. Does not send magic link controller or mailer. Alright, so more follow after this one. So expect user mailer to times 0 maybe? Is that a way of saying I expect it to not be called? I think so, we'll see. And then lastly, I expect these to be identical. Run the whole file. Unknown email. I sure did. That's a really handy error message. Good, we're down to 3. User mailer, that's fine. Define local method user for line 34. Okay. Guess we can just say we expect magic link.count to not increment. So we don't want any magic links created in that scenario. Great, we're down to 2. Both of these magic link isn't implemented on the user mailer. So let's head on over to our user mailer then. This was something I was messing around with the other day, so I don't need that. Send magic link. Yeah. And what do we need to send the magic link? We need the user. And we need I mean, we need the magic link. I'm just trying to think if we pass it in separately, if we sort of create a helper on the user model that can pull it out, if we construct it in the controller. I'm not sure yet, but we definitely want to then say mail to user.email, subject, here's your requested magic link, something like that. And then we're going to need a view for this as well. Split this open, and yeah, we just need to match the names. That should be send magic link ERB, and here's your requested magic sign link. It is valid for 5 minutes, and then we'll render it here, I guess. Say link to sign in. And then do we have a this is like magic sign in token URL, something like that. If you didn't request this, you can ignore this email. Something friendly like that. Don't need to over-engineer this email, but something like that could be nice. And it's just user dot magic links dot last dot token. I guess it'd be nicer if it was like user dot magic links dot last dot to URL, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think through the ergonomics of this, and I'm also trying to not go too against the grain of Rails conventions, so yeah, I mean, I don't have anything in my routes file for this yet. It's gonna need to be a is it gonna be part of the resource, or is it gonna be its own thing? I wonder. Maybe it's its own thing. Get magic sign in link. Magic sign in. Yeah. And then I guess we'll send it to the magic links controller. Sign in. I guess I'll call it that. Yeah, maybe what I'm looking for here is like magic sign in token, I guess, as magic sign in. So if I do that, what does Rails routes look like? We get magic sign in, magic link sign in. Okay, that looks good. So in that case, I can say magic sign in URL. I'll say last dot token. I think that should work. Okay. So just lost a little bit of track of what I'm working on, so maybe I need to run my tests and see what the next step is. Yeah, wrong number of arguments. So yeah, maybe I need to get back to the mailer and see what's happening there. So that, yeah, all we need is the user. This knows how to do the rest. So we need to actually call this though. So back to the controller. User mailer dot with, that's what I'm looking for. With, and then you give it the param like that, and then you can, yeah, let's grab that, oops, and go back here. Not current user though, just the user that we looked up. And then, oh, that did actually make me think though, to do how to handle, or rather, what should this action do if there is already an active Rails session? I'm not sure, but I think that's a good question to be asking, so I'll put that there. Yeah, we call not sign in notice, but send magic link dot deliver later. Now let's see. With must have at least one argument. With, guess I thought you could call with a block. Let's see. RSpec. Check arguments to expect to receive with arguments. Something like that. Maybe it's allowing messages. No. Maybe that NA syntax is kind of cool, but that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Oh, we just add the do block. We ditched the with. Okay. Call it with 19, line 19, and see expected 1 times, receives 0 times. Really? Pry in there and see what's happening. Yeah, it's just not, it's not being called. Is it because of the deliver later? That might be. So this wants us to create a double. That doesn't seem all that bad, but I thought there was maybe more, oh, here we go, active job, action mailer. Haven't queued. Yeah, this is interesting, this inline. So, I don't know, config environments test, let's take a look at that. We're even looking for delivery method, action mailer. Base deliveries, okay. Well, now I'm curious if that's at least receiving something. The count's going to depend on when it runs relative to the other tests. Expected 1 got 0. Huh. So this deliver later. Deliver now. I don't actually want it to be that, but I'm just curious if that's the issue. Missing hosts. Okay, that's progress. So if I go to M development, I've got my host set here. And then if I go to M test, I can set that as well. And I don't know, what do we want? Test.com, something like that. Okay, so 15. That's just not getting called at all. This is in queuing though, so yeah, I mean, I think expect user mailer to receive, send magic link. Send magic link. Oh, that's because it's not being called with use mailer, it's being called on the with. That's, that's interesting. So I could pass it in differently, or yeah, I mean, I guess for now I could just say magic link user. I like that a little better. It's gonna make this easier to test. See what happens now. Oof, it's still saying it's being called 0 times. Send a magic link. What does that do? I wonder if I spell receive correctly. That would be part of it. Okay. Yeah, it's just not being called. This is getting a delivery though. And if we pry in, I'm curious what it's receiving. Yeah, I mean, it's oh, I think I've got this expectation not where it should be. I think we need to put it before the post gets called, otherwise it's expecting it after. That's more like it. Args is the user. Okay. So just compare the ID, I guess. That we don't have to worry about like object comparison, because there'll probably be different instances in Rails world. Received user, I guess. There we go. try that. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to undefine method deliver now for true because we're not telling this we're not telling this line what to like return. So we're basically kind of stubbing this out. And so we're going to say and return or something like that. Yeah, what do we want to return though? And create some sort of user mailer double. No idea if this is going to work. Yeah, that's not quite right, but what if... What if it takes an instance double? Is that a thing? No, that's not. Oh, that's not going to do it either. I don't know what I want that thing to return. Well, oh, this is... something like that. Does it like that at all? No. Oh. And return, how about that instead? Little syntax error. Right, receive, deliver now. What did this say? Allow it to receive. Sure. I think we should have everything we need there. No? Class does not implement. Oh, delivery later. Wow. How about deliver later? Okay. Right, so this won't pass now because we're actually kind of hijacking that process with the above doubles, so everything should, yeah, it looks a little tidier now. So what about the whole file? Where does that get us? Almost everything. Wrong number of arguments. We just got to refactor that on line 45. Yeah, maybe instead of overriding it, we can put a check like this. Just basically a way of saying we don't expect any emails to go out. There, that looks good. Okay, so I guess what I'd like to do is put a split here, pull that up, get mail hog running. And so if I open that up, so mail hog is just sort of a locally running SMTP server, and so I can have my Rails app in development pointed at it, which I do right now, and it will receive emails and I can view them here instead of, you know, alternatives like mail catcher or letter opener or, you know, actually sending emails. We'll just kind of capture them locally. So it's got an SMTP server running at 1025, and if I open up and development, you can see that's configured here. So yeah, with that in mind, I guess I'm curious to trigger the action, but I guess I don't have any way of triggering that through the web app right now, so I'm gonna have to create a some sort of link on, I guess, the dashboard. Yeah, where do we want to put it? Yeah, maybe just right down here. Trying to write Markdown. So, or try the new link to magic link sign in. New magic link path, I think. So with that in place, then I don't want to jump back over to the routes file and open this up to the new action as well. And that's because I'm going to want a sort of a page for accepting the email. So that will be that'll go up here. I don't think there's actually anything to do in the controllers, so I'll jump to the view now. Do HTML ERB, and I'm going to read app views projects because I just want to copy some of this. bit of copy and little note about how long Magic Link will be active, and then actually don't really want a Rails form. I just want to post to the on email. Yeah, it's not going to match the model. Custom Rails form. Rails form not tied to model. I guess we use the form tag. That'll work. And so we'll say magic link path. Yeah, magic link path, method, post, label tag, it's going to be email, text field tag, email, then send, I guess. Okay. Like that, we can get rid of this then. Okay. And I feel like maybe I screwed up the link on the other view. New magic link path. That looks right. Okay. Let's see. So refresh, seeing this show up now. If I go here, form tag, magic links path. Okay. Here we go. So if I enter my email like this, magic link has been sent to your email. And then if I go to mail hog, I see this email just came in. Here's your requested magic link. It's valid for 5 minutes. Click here to sign in. Oh yeah, and we see, if you can see at the bottom of the screen there, we've got magic link sign in, and it's got the UUID for me. Cool. So if I visit this now, yeah, there's nothing to handle this. So I need to be able to handle this. Although I thought we added, yeah, we have that, but so what is it saying? Oh, the action isn't, okay, sure. So we need the sign in action. Great. So here's our sign in action, and we expect there to be a token, so we'll look up magic link find by token, and we expect there to be a token in the params like that. And so if magic link, then we say magic link.user and we sign them in. Yeah, I wonder if maybe we also need to check, it's probably where some tests would come in handy, but if I were to user signed in, sign out, I call sign out, or do I need to, it's a Devise thing, sign out current user. You call it with their, okay. Great, sign out current user if user signed in, otherwise try and sign in. Well, maybe we'll always sign them out no matter what, because someone's trying to authenticate with this. So we sign them in, and then we need some sort of redirect, probably to the root path. You've successfully signed in. Cool. I don't know how quickly we did that. Do we have, oh, one other thing though. We need to, so look at the magic link, and we need to check whether it's expired or not. So say if magic link dot expires at is greater than now time dot, is that right? Let's see, Rails C time dot now. True. This magic link is less than 5 minutes ago because it's for 2:35, but right now is, oh boy, and yeah, so this is time.zone now. There we go. About to deal with some fun time zone issues. So that's false. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Time.zone.now. If magic link expires is greater than time.zone.now, then sign in yeah, we sign them in and then oh yeah, maybe we set the alert up here. So say flash. I'll set that up here. Else we say flash. Maybe that's success. Flash out alert is your magic link has expired. We'll get rid of this, and then the end result is we'll redirect. So what if we click this now? Awesome, your magic link has expired. Yeah, we definitely should get some tests in here because I'm also realizing that we want to probably clear out the magic link record once it's been used. So that's something to keep in mind. But let's go back here and say sign out with the magic link. Magic link's been sent to your email. If I go back a few seconds ago, yeah. So click here to sign in. Wrong number of arguments. That's odd. Who was given the wrong number of arguments? Saying this line here, I mean, I don't think that's gonna conflict with, oh, it certainly could override Devise's sign in. Should I call this something else? Sign in with token, sure. Update this. And then let's try revisiting, clear these out. Let's try revisiting this link. That's a little better. Oh, okay. So I introduced an error in when I cleared out some of those methods. So, how do we want to fix that? I guess I'll jump back to that. Yeah, what file is that in? Dashboard index. Yeah, so we signed in. That's cool. And then I suppose if we were to jump back here, we could do this part where we sign them in and then we magic link dot destroy. Make it a little bit of a one-time use thing. Cool. So I think that's kind of the feature. I wanted to implement magic link authentication in a Rails app, kind of mostly from scratch. Obviously Devise is doing a little bit of heavy lifting for us, but kind of sending out the mailer and creating the token and all of that was done here. And yeah, that's the stream. Thanks for watching.